सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। शुकासारिखे पूर्णवैराग्यजाचे वसिष्ठापरिज्ञानयोगेश्वराचे कवी वाल्मिका सारिखा मान्य ऐसा नमस्कार माझा तया रामदासा। गणाधीश जो ईश सर्वा गुणांचा मुळारंभ आरंभतो निर्गुणाचा। नमो शारदा मूळचत्वारवाचा गमो पंथ आनंत या राघवाचा। जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ। So we saw in the last session, after explaining Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, now Samarth Ramdas Swami starts with Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge or the path of enquiry. And he introduces that topic by saying that the whole world, whole universe, all the entire Brahmanda is captured by fear. Every single person is afraid of something or the other. But there are these saints, though they appear to be part of the world, but they do not seem to be afraid of anything. What is that knowing which their fear goes away? That you should seek. Jaya pahata dvaita kahi disena. What is that? Bhaye vyapile sarva brahmanda ahe. Bhayatītate santa ananta pahe. What is that knowing which the saints are not afraid? That is that infinite Brahman. Brahman being fearless, realization of this Brahman makes the Jnani also fearless. And therefore, Jaya pahata dvaita kahi disena, seeing which they do not see any duality, no fear. Why? Because the fear rises from duality only, from second only fear rises. We saw. Dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati, Upanishad says. So, bhayo manasi sarvatah asena. Because they do not see any duality, they do not have any fear. Now, this reality, which is beyond all kinds of fear, is explained so vividly by all these saints. Jiva Shreshta te spashta sangoni gele. They have said it very clearly, spashta. Parijiva ajnanate sejitele. But even then, we jivas have remained ignorant. Why? Because of ajnana, ignorance. What is that ignorance? Though it is with me, I do not understand it. Dehe buddhite karma khote talena. This action, this results of action which is come because of deha buddhi, because considering the body to be me, karma khote, it is not real, but talena, but it is unavoidable. June ठेवणे मीपणे आकळेना. June ठेवणे, it's an old treasure, ancient treasure, which is my own self. But मीपणे, because of this मीपणा, because of this ahankara, aham buddhi, because of considering not self to be the self, because of considering body, mind, intellect to be me, आकळेना, I don't realize it, I don't understand it. Right? That is what is happening with me. So then what? How it has happened? Brahme nadhale vitte gupta zhale. Because of Brahma, because of delusion, that vitta, that great treasure, na adhale, is not available. Gupta zhale, it has vanished. Means what? It is with me, but I do not know that it is with me. And if I do not know it is with me, it is as good as not having it. We saw one story, in the last session. Story of actually a crorepati, actually a millionaire who thought himself to be a beggar. Right? That person, not knowing that he is having lot of wealth, is as good as a beggar only. And that's why he was living as a beggar. So because of delusion, this treasure of the self, this real nature of bliss is not available. It has vanished for me. And therefore, jiva janma daridre thakuni ale. And therefore, what happens to me? Janma daridre. I am always in poverty. No, Vedji, what are you saying? I have lot of money. That money may be for something. But you still do not have the bliss. So what? Janma daridre is always there. Daridre is to be, connected with dukkha. A person who is sad is daridri. This is very important thing to understand. We often think that daridra means one who doesn't have anything. No. See, if a person doesn't have anything but is happy in that situation, then he is not a daridri. He is actually a very, very, very wealthy person. Daridri is one who always feels that I do not have enough. And therefore I am sad. I want more. This is daridra. And this dukkha, janma daridra comes to me because this inner wealth is not recognized, is not realized. Dehe buddhisa nishchayo jatalena. One who has not given up deha buddhi, june thevane mipane akalena. Such a person does not attain that wealth, that hidden treasure which is one's own self. पुढे पाहता सर्व ही कोंदलेसे, अभाग्यास हे दृश्य पाषाण भासे, अभावे कद्या पुण्य गाठी पडेना, जुने ठेवणे मीपणे आकळेना. He says, पुढे पाहता सर्व ही कोंदलेसे. Whatever you see in the world is filled with that self. How do you not see it? It is so evident. Whereas how are we? Abhagya. We do not have enough bhagya, and therefore drishya pashana bhase. We think everything is inert, but everything is consciousness. There is always this kind of people who will say, when something bad happens, with others, not with them, when something bad happens with others, they will say, "Arey, what to do? Everything is maya, everything is not real, everything is a moh maya hai." Kahe ka moh maya? What moh maya are you talking about? See, really those who are seekers, those who are walking the path of spirituality, they don't say everything is maya. They say everything is God. There is a vast difference between the two kinds of thinking. To say that everything is maya, yes, it is true that what I see is not the way it is. Therefore, it is maya, but it is also essentially God. Always take that example of rope which is misunderstood to be snake. One thing to say that snake is not real. Yeah, that is correct. Snake is maya. Agreed. But to say that snake is rope is a better truth. Both are true. Snake is maya is also true. Snake is rope is also true. But the second one is better truth. Why better truth? Because it will take you to a positive thing. When you keep saying everything is Maya, everything Maya, it will give a kind of negative feeling to you. Right? Abhave kada punya gathi padena. And because of that abhagya, you do not see the essential, consciousness in everything. And therefore, that inner treasure, that ancient treasure remains untouched, remains unknown. Jaya Chetaya, it is there with every single person. I don't have to go anywhere else. The Lord that I seek or the happiness that I want is already with me. I don't have to go anywhere to do that. Old abhangas, etc. of other saints also, they will keep on reminding you this thing. That why do you go to temples and tirthayatras, etc. The Lord that you seek is right within you. Now, many people, what they do is, they are very crooked. They take this one piece, one line of some saint, and they keep saying, see, he has said don't go to temple. Arre, see the full thing. If you can see the Lord within yourself, why go to temple? That's the point. Do you see the Lord within yourself? No. Then go to temple. Why? Because without that you will not see even within yourself. And I sometimes how God is a very interesting thing only. See, the people who wrongly interpret writings of such great people or saints, etc., later on create temples of the same saints and start going there. And we wonder what is happening here. You kept on saying that whoever you believe in, this great personality said that there is no point in having temples. Okay, very good. So you stopped going to all temples. Then you created temple of this person and you started, it is one and the same. Isn't it? The biggest example is the followers of Buddha, Gautam Buddha. Followers of Gautam Buddha, okay, not Gautam Buddha himself. For us, Gautam Buddha is an avatar. He did his job. But the followers misinterpreted his teaching and they said, Gautam Buddha is against God. He does not believe in God. Okay, very good. So there should not be any God, there should be no worship. And the entire religion was formed on this simple thing that we are against Hinduism because Hinduism has a lot of idol worship. I don't know how many of you have seen that history of Buddhism. So the entire religion was formed based on that, and today if you see, the biggest temples in the entire world are of Gautam Buddha. Isn't it interestingly shocking? That how did it happen? Of all people, these followers said that Gautam Buddha does not believe in God, and now you have made him God and you have put big statues of Gautam Buddha. And what are you doing? You are doing different kind of worship. Idol worship only you are doing, for which you went outside Hinduism saying that no, there is too much of idol worship. Very interesting. You go today to, the monasteries, etc. They have different kind of doing pranama also. Sashtanga pranama they will do, then they will get up again, then they will do pranama again, and then they will get up again, and then they will do pranama again. And while doing pradakshina, they will have those circular things. And while going, you have to, but you are doing the same thing, no? You are doing pradakshina, you are prostrating to the Lord, you are doing exactly the same thing. Don't we see this happening in every single religion in the world? The basis of it, we forget. And what is that? Human beings need support. That's as simple as it gets. Don't try to remove the support of God from people's life. If you do that, they will make you their God. It is as simple. For you told them that there is no God required, you will become God. Which is so interesting. I want to become God. No. See, when it is said you will become God means they will start to consider you God. You won't actually become God or anything. That will happen only by self-knowledge. So please be very clear as to what is required. Do not take something out of context. So when saints, etc., they all are saying that this highest reality that you seek is not in the temple, what they mean is it is there within you. You don't have to go anywhere. But if you are not getting it, then you better go. There are more chances of you getting it. We do go to temple, but when we go to temple, when we stand in front of God, we close our eyes. Why? Because Brahman is still inside me. It is still my own nature. But that entire ambience of temple helps me to connect with that Brahman, with that self, with that reality, with that God in me. That is why it is required. Alright. So, remember this point when you do. Jaya Chetaya. It is available to everyone. Chukale prapta nahi. But it is not gained by everyone. Why? Because they have missed it. Gune govile jahale dukkha dehi. And because of these gunas, etc., the body has come to us, and tied by these gunas, we suffer in this body. Guna vegari vritti tehi valena. And when the scriptures tell us to go beyond the gunas, that also doesn't come to us. Those thoughts don't come to us. June thevane mi pane akalena. And finally, I do not get that ancient treasure which is right with me. Fine. How to know it? See the next verse. Verse 141. म्हणे दास सायास त्याचे करावे, जनी जाणता पाय त्याचे धरावे. जनी जाणता पाय त्याचे धरावे, गुरु अंजने वीण ते आकळेना, जुने ठेवणे मी पणे ते कळेना. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. If you want to realize your own true nature of that supreme reality, what you must do? Samarth Ramdas Swami says, Mane dasa, dasa mane. He says, Ramdas is telling, Saya satyache karave. Put efforts for this. Sayasa means effort. Ayasa, Sanskrit word. Ayasa means effort. Ayasa means lot of effort. You should put effort. For what? Jani janata पाय त्याचे धरावे. One who is janata. Janata is a very interesting word in Marathi. Jnani. Basically, janata means jnani. One who knows. Janata. This janata word is used for many people in Marathi. Okay. Many places these mantrikas and Daivadnyas we call them, no? Mantrika, they do a lot of black magic, etc. They are also called as Janata because they know something that we don't know. So they will look at you, they will see your kundali and they will tell you something that you yourself don't know about yourself. Janata, they are also called as Janatas. Samarth Ramdas Swami had called even Shivaji Maharaj as Janata Raja. It's very famous, Janata Raja, the king who knew, visionary king. Janata Raja. Here, Janata means a person who has realized the self, whom in Vedanta we call as Jnani. He says, Paya tyache dharave. You go and catch his feet. Why? Why should I do that? Guru anjane veena te akalena. Without anjana. Anjana means that collyrium, no? This anjana we put in, ladies especially put it in eyes. A black color thing, no? In children, etc. they put it. Not eyeliner and all, okay? The old type of collyrium. That which had, what do you say, Ayurvedic effect. Eyes become clean, eyes become sharp. It little bit it irritates eye. Little bit when you put it. Okay, but then eye becomes very beautiful. Not just to see, but also functionally also it becomes much better. For small children especially we put this, because their eyes are slowly becoming better, no? They are slowly starting to see things. That's why we put this. Now he says this Anjana concept in our Shastras is that many things that we don't see, once you put Anjana, you will be able to see. And therefore, in Shastra, this is used quite effectively and many places, that when Guru puts this kind of Jnana Anjana in your eyes, you get to destroy your ignorance and see the self. In famous Guru Stotra also, no, part of Guru Gita, very famous shloka comes. Ajnana timirandhasya jnana anjana shalakaya chakshuhu unmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Prostrations unto that Guru. What did he do? Chakshuhu unmilitam. He opened my eyes. How did he open your eyes? Jnana anjana shalakaya. Using shalaka. Shalaka means a small stick that is used to put that anjana. With that stick, he put that jnana anjana in my eyes, and ajnana timirandasya. He destroyed that ajnana timira. He destroyed the darkness of ignorance from my life. Without Guru putting this anjana in your eyes, te akalena, you will not realize the truth. June thevane mi pane te kalena, and you will not get that ancient treasure which is always with you. You will not get it unless Guru shows it. Now many people know, they say that, you see Vedji, I have often heard that Guru is necessary, Guru is necessary, Guru is necessary. And they always say, the Guru only says that Guru is necessary. This is like self-publicity. You know, you have to continue with your own profession. So you keep telling, like, see, without doctor, you cannot be treated. Without engineer, you will not know how to build a house. Nowadays, so many advertisements are also like that. Na? Car engine oil. Without the expert, you will not know which car engine oil to put. So many years you are driving your car, but never have you thought about car engine oil. But now they will bombard you with it, and you will suddenly start asking questions. For last 40 years, how is my car running? So far it was running fine. Now you will start asking questions, which car engine oil you are putting, and the moment you change it, it will have some problems. So far it was happening very nicely. I didn't even know that something like this is required, and I need to look at it. Is it self-promotion where a Guru is saying that Guru is necessary? It is not self-promotion. Why? Because really without Guru it is not possible. How do you say? Next verse he explains. You see, verse 142. Kalena, 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 ढळेना ढळे संशयो हि ढळेना, गळेना गळेना अहंता गळेना, बळे आकळेना मिळेना मिळेना. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. Very nice verse, no, to listen also. Kalena, 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 kalena. It cannot be understood, it cannot be understood, it cannot be understood, it cannot be understood. Kalena, you will not get it. ढळे न आढळे संशयो हि ढळेना. Even the doubts that you will get, samshaya, na adale, they will not, dhalena, they will not be removed. Dhale na dhale, is it there, is it not there? These kind of doubts, when they start coming, the doubts will not go. In Kathopanishad also, we see the great Nachiketas asking this question to Yamaraja. And there also he says, there is confusion regarding this. अस्तित्व के नायम अस्तिति चैके येयम प्रेते विचिकित्सा मनुष्य अस्तित्व के नायम अस्तिति चैके एतद् विद्या अनुशिष्टस्त्वयाहम वराणामेश वरस्तृतीयः. He says, O Lord, Yamaraja, there is some kind of confusion about whether this self exists or it does not exist. Even among devatas it is. Devairatrapi vichikitsitam kila, he says further. That even among devatas there is confusion. Is it there or not there? This kind of doubt will not go away. Now, when it is said that kalena, 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 it is not understood, self is not understood, what it means is self using the intellect cannot be understood, and therefore, how much ever you try on your own, you will not get it. Because it is not an object of intelligence. It is not something that can be understood using your mind or intellect. And therefore, how much ever we try it, we will not get it. And at the end of it, what will we be left with? We'll be left with the same question. Is it there or is it not there? Have I got it? Have I not got it? What is happening? Samshayo hi dhalena. Galena, galena, ahanta galena. And this crooked ego, it will not leave you. Galne means to drop off. It will not melt. It will not go away. Bale akalena. And with force, with this ahankara, if you try to understand, milena, you will not get it. The point is, this self that I am trying to realize, when the scriptures are saying that what you are trying to seek is your own self, this self is beyond intellect. And therefore, how much ever we try to use our intelligence, we will not get it. It is not something which is there in some place at some time, and therefore we can't physically go there and see also. It's not like that. If you imagine otherwise, there would have been so many people, going to that place. Nowadays, temples have become like that. Everybody is jumping to go there, and yatras, etc. have become most difficult now because of number of people who are doing the yatra. But the fact is, the self cannot be understood at this particular place or that particular time. You go there and you will have knowledge of self. No, it is not going to happen like that. The doubts will not be removed. The ego will not go away. And with ego, if you try to force yourself to know it, milena, you will not get it. And therefore, Guru's guidance is necessary. Somebody went and asked once Gurudev, very famous anecdote. One youngster went to Gurudev and said, Gurudev, Swamiji, why Guru is required? Are books not sufficient? We have so many books, so many library books are there. Why human Guru is required? Why books are not enough? Gurudev calmly replied, go and ask this question to books. Actually, by asking me this question, you have proved the point why Guru is required. Who will resolve your doubts? Who will tell you what out of the books you should take? Many times we don't even know which book to read. Haven't we come across this? I know of so many people, when they come here, when they see the bookstall, etc., they say, Vijay, you only please suggest which book to. But so many books are there, you choose. Full freedom is, even that freedom we don't know. Where to start, what to do. So many courses are available in CIF. But still, some guidance is required. So we have put that map, suggested road map. First you do Foundation Vedanta, then you do Advanced Vedanta, then you do Bhagavad Gita, then you do Upanishad, then you do this, then you can study this, then you can do that. Why? For every single thing in our life, we need some kind of guidance. That's why we have schools. Otherwise, why do we need schools? You please tell me. Is it not enough that every child learns on their own? No, they cannot. Guidance is required. Now imagine, to study all the subjects which are related to the world, we need guidance. What to talk about self which is beyond your intelligence? Don't you think that we will need more guidance in knowing this which cannot be understood by anything? And especially we already have seen that this self is already attained, it is already with me, but I don't know it. So without guidance, how will I know it? That is why Guru is necessary. That is why Guru is necessary. As long as we will think that, okay, I will be able to get it, I will do it, with this ahanta, bale, with force if you try to get it, milena, you will not get it. Therefore, he had said earlier, paya tyache dharave, you hold on to the feet of the Guru. You surrender your ego. Allow the Guru to work on you and push you to that state, which is beyond all understanding. So, you will not be able to reach it on your own. I remember Gurudev, in his first Jnana Yajna, he gives gratitude, and there he mentions gratitude to Sri Swami Shivananji Maharaj, his Diksha Guru, who introduced me to this beautiful path of spirituality. And then he says salutations to Sri Swami Tapovanji Maharaj for pushing me to that state of Brahman. He said Shivananji Maharaj took me till there, and then Tapovanji Maharaj, what did he do? He just pushed you. Why? Without that, we will not attain that state, because it is beyond all understanding. So much we need to understand, so that we get that understanding that it cannot be understood. It is not easy. It is not easy. That's why Guru is required. If that is not there, then what happens? Next verse he says, verse 143. Avidya gune manava umazena भ्रमे चूकले ही तते आकळेना परीक्षे विणे बांधले दृढनाणे परी सत्यमिथ्या असे कोण जाणे. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. Avidya gune manava umazena. Because of this strong power of avidya, ignorance, individuals do not get it. Why Guru is required? To hammer that delusion and to remove that ignorance. Ignorance has gone so deep that it will not allow us to see the reality, to see the truth. Brahme chukale hitate akalena. On the contrary, ajnana will create brahma. Ignorance will create delusion, by which we will not even know what is good for us and what is not good for us. Hitate akalena. See how stupid we are. As we grow up, our own parents who are trying to discipline us for our own benefit, we think that they are our enemies. Isn't it? Teachers who are scolding us are our enemies. The other teachers who give us free period and give us less homework and give us more marks, we like those teachers. See, the ignorance and delusion is so strong that we do not even understand what actually is beneficial to me. Think of everything that we do in our life. Kind of food we eat, kind of habits that we have, kind of friends that we have. We know that is not good, but still we do it. Why? We don't really think that this is bad for me. How this is happening? This is happening because of delusion, which is caused by ignorance. Ignorance will not allow you to know the self. Delusion will keep you rotating in this entire whirlpool of samsara. It will not leave you. It will be, so cunning that all the things that you don't need, it will show that this is the only thing that you require. And actually the thing that is required, it will say, what is there? We will see it later. Hitate akalena. He gives one example. He says how we live our life. Parikshe vina bandhale dridhanane. One person, while going, he saw something shining on the road. He picked it up thinking that it is a coin and kept it with him. Bandhale means kept it, tied to his vest. In the olden days, that is where they used to keep money. He said parikshe vine, but without inquiring, without examining whether it is really coin or not. You keep that with you, pari satya mithya ase kona jane. But is it real or is it not real? Who knows? Why? You yourself have not inquired. You are holding on to it, and based on that money you are creating so many things. I have got gold today, so I can go and purchase this, purchase that. But have you actually seen whether it is really gold or not? We keep on holding on to different notions, different beliefs, different feelings without ever inquiring whether those notions, those feelings, those beliefs, whether they are right or wrong. The moment it comes to spirituality, we start questioning. It's good to question. Nobody is saying no. Actually, ours is a religion which appreciates questions, which encourages questions. Isn't it? It actually says, okay, keep on asking more and more questions. Why? Because when you start asking questions, you will start to think. The path is of thinking. The path is not of blind belief. Yes, faith is necessary, but not blind belief. There is a difference between faith and blind belief. Gurudev says very beautifully, what is faith? He says faith is belief pending inquiry. You believe in something, but then you inquire to see the truth of it. That is called as faith. If you just believe without inquiring, it will become blind belief. In Vedanta, in spirituality, nobody is asking you to have blind belief. Yes, it is asked of you to believe, but then after believing, inquire. Not inquiry in the sense of whether it is, how can I know it? That is the inquiry all about. I am not doubting my guru's wisdom. I am not doubting whether scriptures are right or wrong. I am trying to understand how it is true for me. They have said it, so it must be true. But I want to experience myself. That's why inquiry is necessary. It is not a path of just believe and go ahead. No. The moment we hold on to some notion and we don't want to move it a bit, no, that is called as blind belief. And like that we are holding on to so many such notions from our childhood. No, I do like this only, I am like this only. Question yourself. How can you say that you are like this? Or the things are like this and that person is like this and that? It's very difficult. Very difficult. We believe in some person. Most risky thing. And then what happens, when somebody tries to show some other side of that person, you say, no, that is not true. And we try to defend that person. For what? I remember in one of the sessions, I must have in the beginning of the class, I must have said something about Mahatma Gandhiji. Good thing about Mahatma Gandhiji. Okay. Now the situation is very different. You see, few years back, if you say something bad about Mahatma Gandhiji, there will be a lot of people saying that what is this? Mahatma Gandhiji and you are doing it. Nowadays things are different. If you say something good about Mahatma Gandhiji, people don't like it. So immediately I got few messages saying that you are giving wrong example. I said I am not giving any wrong example. You are caught up by your idea. I am not promoting Mahatma Gandhiji and saying that he did everything right. But if a man did something and shook the entire country, he must have done something good. I am not saying everything that he did good. I am not at all saying that. Those who know me personally, they know what I believe in. I am of the opinion that Mahatma Gandhiji alone did not get freedom for India, which is the fact. We don't have to be very vehement about it, nor we have to be very vocal about it. It is a fact of matter. Why should we? No human being alone has got freedom for a country. It is a combined effort. So anybody who holds on to that truth, holds on to that notion, is also wrong. But at the same time, who keeps on saying Mahatma Gandhiji did not get freedom for India, they are also wrong equally. He was one of the important persons in getting the freedom of India. So were so many other people. So rather than pulling him down, why don't you promote other people? I don't understand this logic. Any kind of notion that we hold on to is risky. Why? Because some other facts which will come from other sides, we will not be able to handle. We will not be able to handle it. No human being is perfect. Please understand this and stop justifying every action of all other human beings. It is not on our part. It is not our duty to defend every other person. I am a pro BJP person, so I will keep Narendra Modi ji as the main thing, and every single action that he does, I will start to justify. Why? First of all, why you need to do that? He himself is not doing it. Why are you wasting your time in doing that? He is a human being. He is a Prime Minister of India. He will take decisions. Some decisions will be right. Some decisions will be wrong. That's fine. Why you need to defend that every wrong decision is right decision only? Why? These are all the notions that we will hold on to because we are not ready to inquire. If you really want to find out the truth, inquire. But that is not our topic. These notions about politics and about the country and about this and about that, fine. What about the real self, real nature of yourself? What about spirituality? What are the notions that we are holding on to? Have you checked whether those notions are right or wrong? So many people know the moment they see puja, etc. happening, they will say, oh, karma kanda. Now this is a notion. Puja is a karma kanda, is a notion. And they try to tell, no, oh, in CIF you are doing so many pujas. Yes, of course we are doing puja. There is no doubt about it. Why? It is a part of sadhana. No, Vedji, it is finally a karma kanda only. Who said? Who told you all these things? No, I am a believer of Raman Maharshi. Very good. Same Raman Maharshi ji has said, Pujanam Japas Chintanam Kramat. Now you answer. Same Raman Maharshi who strongly advocates Jnana Yoga also speaks of Bhakti Yoga in Upadesha Sara. You check verse number 4. Verse number 4. He says, Pujanam Japas Chintanam Kramat. How can all these notions that we will hold on to, that this is the right path, that is not the right path, and this path alone will take us, that path will not take us, self is like this only, Dvaita alone is real, Vishishta Advaita alone is real, Advaita alone is real. Every single notion that you will hold on to will create obstacle in your path. So, Veji, should we not hold on to any notion? No, you hold on to it, but then inquire. Don't just sit back saying that, no, I believe, just don't ask me any question, don't tell me anything, I believe. That is blind belief, my dear. If you are not open for discussion on the beliefs that you have, then it is a blind belief. I am not saying get into dialogue with everybody and dispute. No, I am not saying that. You should choose your battles very clearly. With stupid people, you should never have any kind of dispute. Because that makes you also stupid. Don't do that. Always remember that story. I had told, once one tiger and donkey had a fight. Whether the grass is green or blue. You remember? The tiger was saying grass is green. Donkey was telling grass is blue. Both of them went to lion, the king of the jungle, and said that, we want final hearing. What is your final decision? Am I right? The tiger says, am I right, or is the donkey right? Lion smiled and said, grass is blue, donkey is right, and gave punishment to tiger, that he banished tiger from the jungle for few months. Tiger felt so bad. After that, he came to the lion and he said, but that grass is green. Why did you say that donkey is right? He said, the punishment is not because you said grass is green. I agree, grass is green. The punishment is for you fighting with a donkey. What a stupid thing to do. You are a tiger. Why waste your time and energy in fighting with a donkey? If he says grass is blue, you say, yes, you are right, grass is blue, and go ahead. Why you want to prove that you are right? So I am not asking you to get into dispute. The only thing that is asked here is you inquire yourself, for yourself, whether your belief, whether your notion is right or not. Not to check with other people's notion or belief. You check whether my notion, my belief, my feeling, whether it is correct or not correct. For yourself. Why? Because only when you check, it will become strong. Only when you check, it will become faith and not remain blind belief. Parikshe vine. Without inquiry, you will never know whether it is real or not real. So what you should do? Inquire. That is what he says in the next verse, verse 144. Jagi pahata sachate kaya ahe, ati adare satya shodhu na pahe, pudhe pahata pahata deva jode, brahma bhranti ajnana he sarva mode. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha. Jagi pahata sachate kaya hai. Samarth Ramdas Swami says, look in the world and inquire in every single thing. What should be the inquiry? What is real in this world? Is this real? Is this real? Is this real? Is this what is going to give me, everlasting happiness? Is it the truth? Is it the thing that is permanent or is it impermanent? Those who have studied Vedanta, we know what is this called. What is this called? Viveka. Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. First, observe the world and see what is real. Pariksha Lokan Karmachitan. You understand, you inquire, see what is there. For example, when everybody is running behind wealth, you start to inquire, what is the reality of wealth? What is wealth meant for? The moment you start inquiring, clarity will start to come. Ati adare satya shodhunipai. You will start to understand the truth of it. Now, when we start to inquire like this with every single thing, we go deeper, deeper, deeper. Then what happens? We finally come to the ultimate truth. As the age, catches up with us, as we start becoming old, initially we are reluctant to believe that we are getting old. Correct? Why? Because we still want to say that I am young, I am strong, everything is fine with me. Irrespective of what age we have reached, we still believe that, we still want to do things, we still want to do all that. But if we inquire, our life will become much easier because you understand that there are some disadvantages of growing age and there are many, many advantages of growing age. Only when you understand it, you can live a peaceful, happy life. See, in old age, you can give that as an excuse for anything. Anybody calls you for marriage, you can say, I am not well. Nobody will say why. When you are young, try telling this. They will not believe you. You think that there are only disadvantages of growing old. No, there are many advantages of growing old. You can easily say you want to do something, you don't want to do something. See, I tell you, when some quarrel etc. is happening and you understand that this is, waste, unnecessarily somebody is talking, you can just go and nobody will say anything. You just say, I am tired now, I need to lie down. You lie down. In young days, you can't do all these things. You can't say, from fighting, I have become tired. No, you can't say that. In old age, you can do that. What I am trying to say is, the moment we start inquiring, we will accept the fact of the life in much easier way. This is how it is. Body is going to get wrinkles. Hair is going to become grey, then they will become white. Right now, in all black hair, few gray hair, white hair will be there. Afterwards, there will be full white hair, some little bit of black hair will be. That is how life is going to be. What is this attahasa? What is this insistence on, looking young, and why? This is how it is. This is how life is. And you are not now young. See, I don't know how people will not get it. See, your interest starts to change. Automatically it starts to change. Things that you looked for, before, bike and, speed and this, you suddenly say, no, Baba, I don't want, a car is better. Comfortably you can, what is this? No. I am happy. Earlier you didn't mind going by public transport, this and that, and catching bus from here and then going there and then standing all the way. You didn't mind. But now you look for comfort. When you purchase car also, you are not looking for speed, you are looking for comfort. You understand you are getting old. This is not rocket science. These are very small things. They will tell us. Earlier we were ready to travel miles or kilometers together to eat something. Now we say nothing doing. If delivery comes, it comes. Otherwise, eat whatever is there at home and be happy. Oh, you are becoming old. What is the problem in that? I don't understand. There are clear signs. You just need to look into it and accept it as a fact. This is how world is. You see some TV, news, etc. This person did like that. You are, how can they? Inquire little bit. Then you will become surprise proof. Like shock proof, no? Like that surprise proof you will become. Why? You will not be surprised by anything. How did this happen? This was bound to happen. Nothing new. What is the big deal about it? Veji, life will become very boring. No, it will not become boring. You will stop worrying about unnecessary things and your mind will be available for important things. Otherwise, initially so much of mind space is taken by all these things which are happening around me. Now suddenly I accept everything that is happening as a fact and I am available for higher things. Earlier, when I have little bit of physical problem, that will capture my entire mind. Now I know I have physical problems, I have accepted it. Then what? My mind gets out of it and mind is available for something better. Now you go deeper and inquire as to what is real, what is permanent in the world. What is it that is going to give me everlasting happiness? Not just long-term happiness, not just comfort, but what is it that is going to give me everlasting happiness? Is this going to give me that? Then I want to do it. If not, I don't want to do it. You become wise. Viveka is the first step. Viveka means to distinguish between real and unreal or permanent and impermanent. That is called as Viveka. To segregate, to differentiate. That Viveka will help you to do vichara, inquiry. Discrimination. This is not a discrimination of worldly. Discrimination means somebody is better, somebody is lower. Not that kind of discrimination. In Vedanta, Viveka means to understand and dissect and to separate out that this is real, this is not real, this is permanent, this is not permanent. That's called Viveka. When we start understanding this, you start to have vichara, inquiry. Satya shodhuna pahe. You start to inquire into what is that reality. What is that self? What is that Brahman? What is that Lord? I want to know. What it will lead to? Pudhe pahata deva jode. You keep going forward, you will have direct experience of God. Now here, please understand this is Jnana Yoga now. So we are not talking about having a darshan of Chaturbhujadhari, Mahavishnu, etc. No. That God which is my own self, you will have that direct realization. Brahma, Bhranti, Ajnana he sarva mode. And that will break Brahma, illusion, Bhranti, delusion, ajnana, ignorance, everything will be destroyed. So this is the path of knowledge. Viveka, vichara, atma sakshatkara, the realization of the self, and Jivanmukti, the liberation, which is termed as destruction of ignorance, etc. So in 4 lines, this is the 4 things that he is telling: Viveka, Vichara, Atma Sakshatkara, and Jivanmukti. If you do not do this Viveka, what will happen? If you do not inquire into what is the reality, if you do not focus on the self, naturally you will focus on the world. If the focus is not on the self, the focus will be on the world. What will it result into? Next verse, 145. Sada vishayo chintita jivazala aham bhava ajnana janma sa ala viveke sada swaswarupi bharave jiva ugami janmanahi swabhave. Jai Jai Raghuveera Samartha. If you do not think about the self, if you do not inquire into what is the reality, sada vishayo chintita jivazala, then you will keep on thinking about Vishaya. Vishaya means everything that is not self, that is called as Vishaya in simple terms. In Vedanta, Vishaya will be called as Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, but everything comes under that only. Everything that is created by this Maya, everything that comes as an effect of Pancha Mahabhutas is Vishaya, whether it is Sthula, Sukshma, whatever it is. If you do not think about the self, you will think about these Vishayas. You will think about the world. How is my son? How is my daughter? What are they doing now? Are they remembering me? No, they are not. Don't say like that. They must be remembering me now. At some time, at least while eating food, they will remember that I used to cook. Shh! You are sitting in Manache Shlok class. At least now focus on Manache Shlok. No, but I just have a very simple doubt. Can you... If you do not think about spirituality, your mind will be captured by all these things. You will be looking at the computer or whatever TV you are sitting in front of, and you will start thinking, should I buy a new computer? There is some sale going on, somebody told me, and the sale also ends in couple of days, I think, so I should. But you are listening to Manache Shlok class now, listen to Manache Shlok class. The mind is telling both the things. If you do not listen to the mind which is telling you to follow spirituality, you will listen to the mind which will take you to the world. What will happen by that? Chintita Jiva Jala, you will become Jiva. Then Aham Bhava Ajnana Janmasala, you will have Aham Bhava, Ahankara and ignorance, and Janmasala, then you will be born. Then you will live that life. Then you will die. Then you will be born again. Then you will live that life also. And then again die. Then again live. Again born. Again. All these things will continue. Why? Because you are not inquiring into what is the truth. What is the reality. If you get a chance, watch this movie Matrix. Very old English movie, Matrix. Old means maybe some 20 years old. Maybe more than that. I think it will be that much only, 20-25 years old. In that movie, it's a Vedantic movie only, and he has given credit also that it's very much inspired by Indian philosophy, that is Vedanta. Matrix basically means Maya, and it shows the entire world how in the grasp of Maya people continue to live births after births in this entire matrix, in this entire world created by Maya. Some one rare person suddenly gets this thought, is it real? Starts to inquire, and then his struggle to get out of this matrix is what that entire movie is all about. Oh, only first movie you watch, okay? Part 2, Part 3 are not that good. First movie is very, very good. It will give us an idea as to how we live our life. Again and again remaining in this Ahankara, Mamakara, and this is what we did even in the last birth. We cared so much about our children, and then children kicked us, then we kicked them back, and then again we had still that attachment, and again we are born, again we are doing the same thing. We had fascination for wealth, and then we had greed for wealth, and then we tried to get so much of wealth, and at the end of it we understood that wealth is nothing, but next birth we did the same thing all over again. This is what we have been doing. Why? Because we keep thinking about the world. Vishaya. Fill that mind with the thoughts of spirituality. It will not think about the world. Viveke sada swaswarupi bharave. See, exactly the word he uses is fill. Viveke, with that viveka, you fill that mind and put it in swaswarupa, in one's own nature. Why? Because once you are there, jiva ugami janma nahi swabhave. Once you realize your true nature, there is no janma again, there is no rebirth. If I do not realize the self, I will be born again and again, I will die again and again, and I have to live in this life which is filled with sorrow again and again, over and over again. If I want to get out of it, I must realize my true nature. Guru is the one who is going to show me that. I must surrender unto that Guru and get that knowledge of self. That is the point that he has said. Now he continues by saying that therefore seek that eternal reality, seek the self. This is what Shankaracharya will say, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Seek Govinda, seek the self, seek the truth. Why are you wasting your life in doing this or that of the world? Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. There is that dukrin karane, this memorizing of Sanskrit rules, etc. is an upalakshana for every pursuit that human beings have towards the world. He says, why are you wasting time there? Seek the Lord. Let that remain your main focus. Alright, that is what he says. Remaining verses we will see in the next session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.